Five, four, three, two, one. You're alive.
Hello and welcome to Sisters for the Soul. We're glad to be with you all for another wonderful Thursday evening. And it's always great to see my sisters, Dara and Echo. How are you ladies today?
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Very good.
What's new in Minnesota?
Minnesota. Let's see. What is new? It's not snowing. Mosquitoes are horrible. It's a little humid today, but it's sunny out, so everybody's in a good mood. What's happening down there in Florida?
Oh, Florida. It's just so interesting to me that I live in Florida.
Well,
sometimes, and especially I notice it in the evenings, and I go out and it's beautiful, and you know, it's humid. It's always humid here in the summer, and I just think the word Florida comes to me. I'm thinking of all the places in the world that I ever thought I would live. It was never ever Florida.
Okay.
And yet, this past week, we went to the local zoo, which is a really nice zoo. They give lots of room for the animals, and they take in animals that have been abused. And the main animals there were African animals and Florida animals, because those are the ones that thrive in this environment. That's the little noise that I hear when I'm outside, is that buzzing noise.
That one right now? Oh my God.
What are we? Cicadas. The cicadas.
Cicadas. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
But having in America, listen to me, Africa, grown up there, I guess it makes sense for me to be here in Florida now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
That's interesting. How about you, Miss Dara?
It's just hot. It's hot.
What is it?
Oh,
She's
down there.
Herself again. She's telling everybody how hot she is.
What's your temperature down there?
Well, right now it's back down to 84, but I think it was in the 90s. But you know, it doesn't feel like it. It feels way worse. It's disgusting.
Okay. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Does it get humid?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I was just talking over you.
Does it get humid down there in Georgia? Okay.
It does.
All right. Good.
It's quite disgusting. It's ugh.
Disgusting.
It makes you feel unclean. I'm like, I don't want to go outside for 1 second.
Yeah. I know. I'm like that. I take a shower and I don't want to go outside. It's like, oh, what a hassle. I know. Now we're complaining.
Hat on, sunglasses.
6 months ago, we're complaining about the weather. I mean, the cold, and now we're complaining about the heat. Oh well.
With this being like a 7 universal year and a 7 universal month, I'm speaking in numerology. I think it's going to be a lot of rain coming in. This month hasn't ended yet, but you know, it's going to be a lot of stuff with water, because 7 is associated strongly with water. So we'll get some of the rain. Oh, definitely. We'll get some of the rain, and it'll wash it away.
It's hurricane season
Yeah.
Does it rain in Florida? I sound so stupid, but I don't know. Does it rain in Florida?
No, it never rains except after sundown. Isn't that a song? Camelot.
It might be, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it always rains in Florida, especially this is our hurricane season, so we get rain every day.
Okay.
And you know, it's fine. You just learn what rains, and then it's done, and then we're good.
You know, our producer they had really bad weather this week. I wonder how he's doing.
Up north, like Pennsylvania, you mean? I don't know.
The Carolinas, they were, hurricane stuff. But I don't know.
But that's just part of the changes.
Row your boat.
Oh, he's rowing his boat.
That's where he is tonight. He's out rowing the boat.
Yeah.
Dara, sweet Dara, did you get that email that I sent, honey, about that lady who has that haunted haunted chair? Did she get in touch with you?
No, I didn't get a email.
Okay. Oh, that's too bad. There's that noise. The cicadas are back.
They're back.
Back.
Want to be the stars of the show.
I want to know what you guys think about what the whole Hobby Lobby fiasco.
Oh my God, that noise! Make it go away. Can't you hear it?
I thought you were. Yeah, I'm just ignoring it. You know, I just remember when I was a mother and had little kids, you just tune it out.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So, we're talking about
Wait.
Hobby. What do you think about Hobby Lobby, girls?
Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know anything about it.
The birth control thing? You
What?
mean the birth control?
The fact that they used religion to dictate whether they were going to use with the birth control, women's rights, and stuff like that. It's turned into a real mess.
I think it's horrible. I don't like in my opinion, I'm trying not to be too judgmental because I think that they are being very judgmental, but
Sound.
That is pretty intense sound now.
Okay, you need to turn those cicadas down a little bit there, Morgana. Turn them down, honey. Turn them down.
Stop it, guys. Yeah, that's sorry.
We gotta get Charlie online here. Where's Charlie?
we'll vibrate.
Have these cicadas eat our producer? Where is our producer? Oh my God.
Oh, there we go. There we go. It's going away. Okay, so we're going to talk fast here. Eden Foods. Are you guys familiar with Eden Foods?
No.
Health foods from the health food stores?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, they have done the same thing. Because, yes, more than 80 companies have petitioned the courts for the owner's religious beliefs to discriminate against women since Hobby Lobby did their thing.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like certain kinds of birth control that they feel like would have something to do with like abortion. They feel like their particular thing on their insurance shouldn't cover it. And it has to do with the Affordable Care Act coming in, and but to me, it's mixing government and religion, and it's just not. It's not what it was supposed to be. I want to share something here on air that I shared on my Facebook page that I think is very, very important as we discuss or we talk about any of our beliefs. Because I put something on Facebook or my girlfriend had and someone got upset, and it's like, let's not get angry about this. We're going to disagree. The three of us may not see eye to eye on everything, but that's okay. We've been watching John Adams. It's a really, really good, 6-7 hour movie.
Yeah.
And traces his life, and he's speaking to Thomas Jefferson, and what he says in this. Now, I'm sure this isn't a John Adams quote, but I just like the way that it was. He goes that you and I differ as friends should only. We differ in how we look at government, but as friends we should differ in how we are, but we always respect the purity of each other's motives. And then rise above the den of light. Okay. And here it's back again.
Cicadas.
Yeah, I just checked.
I think the cicadas have eaten our producer.
No, I just checked. They're having issues with Skype right now. I just put a ticket in on it, so it should go away. Should go away.
That's better.
But rise above the den of politics and the den of the cicadas.
Yes. Oh my gosh, girl.
But I think that that's really important that we remember that we're not going to, I'm not a politician. I don't understand all those little things that they have under the bills. Sometimes the bills they want to pass sound really good, but then they have these little taglines on there. Yeah. And there's just so much that's wrong with the system. There's a lot that's right with it, but the whole healthcare stuff.
I feel like if we, it's not a good thing that we have these differences, but I feel like if everything was all the same, then how would we grow?
Exactly. No, it is. I think it actually is a good thing. We, as humans, we have the right to disagree. We have the right to know, to figure out what's right and wrong for us. That's what the angels have died for.
Yeah.
Is our human rights, so we need to exercise that.
Right. That's right.
Something I wanted to mention too is, and it's along this line with the health, and people don't, maybe they don't know this is going on, but here's an example. I have a friend that went in for an operation. She didn't have, it was an emergency operation, and she didn't have health care. She's not in the same state I am. And here come the cicadas. Ah, there they go. Okay. So she's got like a 6-inch gash in her. They sent her home because she didn't have insurance. No antibiotics while the wound is open. She's supposed to heal from the inside out. She's been back to the hospital twice. She's back there again
Left
with a written
channel,
infection.
right channel.
But she doesn't have insurance. So, she's not that important.
Okay.
That is weird. Who was the lady that came on?
I don't know who that lady was. Did you hear that lady, Morgana?
I was talking too loud.
Oh, honey, you weren't talking too loud. That wasn't you. Somebody else said something.
I didn't hear. I mean, I was talking enough that I didn't.
Oh, I get you. Okay. I don't know who that was.
I'm just figuring if I just keep talking, maybe that noise will go away.
Yeah, here's the thing. Think about this. Like, she went there, and because she didn't have insurance, they sent her home. I think that we get so mixed up in politics and religion and all that stuff, we forget that people are human beings. And it's almost like I was watching the news today, and it's almost like that thing at the border where all the kids are coming over, and they're not attended to. They're by themselves. They don't have their parents with them. And they're like, ship them back out right now. And then, this one lady goes, but they're people. And I'm like, well, I can see both sides kind of, but it's a lot to deal with. I don't even know where to put it.
Yeah.
It's really, it really is bad. I had a case that deals with that in my client. So now I'm hearing other people talking, and I'm hearing the really loud thing. I don't understand.
They're doing some kind of check
so
on the line
the
right
immigration
now.
stuff, and that's another sticky subject. There's a lot involved in it, but I'm going to share one particular case. I had a client that came to me on Monday, and she says, I need to know, she's in her early 60s. She needed to know whether she was going to be deported when she went to court the next day. Her lawyer told her to pack her bag in case she got deported to Colombia. She had never lived in Colombia except as a baby. She knew no one there. A year ago, she was picked up by the system somehow, and her daughter, who was a citizen that is handicapped, was taken from her. She was arrested and put in jail for 3 months. The little dog that she had died because there was no one in the apartment to take care of her. And she's still trying to get her daughter back from the people that are using the daughter's Social Security to live off of.
Wow.
So she comes to me and wants to know. Now this, as a psychic, this is a tough call.
Oh my God, you guys.
What's going to happen? What should I do? And what, I got it real clear, really clear. The angels were screaming at me. They said, she's going to be fine. Tell her she's going to be fine. My human side is like, oh my gosh, what if I tell the woman the wrong thing? The angel said, shut up, tell her what you said. Yeah. So I told her. She called me 2 days later, and she said, they gave me another year. And that's what they'd said. We're going to give her more time, then more time, then more time, then more time. And to me, it was such a blessing. I mean, I cried when I heard it because this woman was hurting so bad. And like you said, Dara, she's a person. Why are we going to ship someone to another country? Let's deal with individual cases.
Well, you know what, too? Let me play, I guess you could say this is devil's advocate. This weekend, my husband's really, really, really friendly, and he wants everybody around. So we had a cookout because my mom came to visit, and he invited these people who have been living in our neighborhood. And they came, and they were from Cambodia. They were Cambodians. But at the same time, they sat at the table and straight looked in my face and said, F America. I hate people. I don't care about America, but yet you're here. I didn't understand that. I'm like, what? Well, then do you want to go back to Cambodia, that third world country, and struggle? I don't understand. They're here, but F America, F the USA. And they was like, Cambodia, yay. And I was like, I don't understand. You're in American's house. My husband was a service member. Why would you dare? They had to go. I had to get them out.
I don't blame you. I mean, that's why it needs to be looked at with in specific cases, because every case isn't the same. Don't come here and expect handouts and disrespect the country the way my client was a hard worker.
Morgana, I gotta interrupt. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can't hear a thing.
I know. Morgana, you gotta turn the gain down on your mic. Morgana, you gotta turn the gain down on your mic.
What's up with that? My
Morgana.
camera wasn't working tonight,
Morgana.
so I had to use a different camera, some kind of photo.
Can anyone else hear me? Morgana, you gotta turn the gain down on your mic.
It's going.
Oh, God. You guys.
I'm scared to speak. Like, if I talk, will it stop?
Morgana.
I know. It's like, oh my God.
Morgana, you have to turn the gain down on your mic. I've been trying to text you.
Oh, my text doesn't work. I'm sorry. He's trying to tell me to do something on my mic, so maybe it's my mic. I'm going to try it.
It starts each time you talk. You gotta turn the gain. On the mic, there's a gain.
I'm moving the gain.
You gotta go down with it.
Turn it both directions.
Whew.
It's not been moved since last show. It's still anything? I've turned it away.
Are the aliens trying to make contact with us tonight? What's going on here?
I can take my mic off and see if that go through the computer.
See how it went away when Morgana was disconnected?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, yes. Ooh.
Oh my God, that was loud. Oh man.
Morgana, when I disconnected you, it went away, so it's your mic.
All right. I don't know why, but okay, is that better?
Much,
Can you hear-
much.
I'm still hearing something.
I hear something,
We can hear a little bit, but
but
wow.
it's not like it was. Ooh.
Oh
I
man.
don't understand why, because it's in the same position. Oh well, we are having fun with our mics.
And Mercury isn't even retrograde.
No,
Oh. So what do you two ladies think about that? Those people coming to my house and being so rude and prejudiced.
well, see, I think that in America we have had freedom of speech so much that people take it to an extent, and they've probably heard that in the past. With
No,
people.
they felt that way. They felt that way strongly. It was like I was like, bye, y'all can't stay here if you're like that. No way.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. Just really wrong. I think it's wrong.
Yeah, I was like, please. I mean, you're here.
Yeah, that's
Since the
right.
4th of July cookout.
I disconnected it one more time. It's her computer. It's something on her side. Each time I disconnect her, it goes away. So
Oh goodness.
I know. I mean, there's nothing I can do on it, so I'll bring her back in again and tell her she's
Morgana.
got to adjust something.
Maybe.
Oh,
Okay. How's it going now?
Yeah, it's yours. Every time we disconnect you, it goes away immediately. So
I
it's
unplugged
yours.
my mic. It's on my computer. I don't know.
The spirits are with you.
I know, that's such an interesting sound, really. Because it's, it's like you can still hear, it's almost like a motor in the background.
Yeah. I have no idea.
And I'm like, really?
Wow.
I'm very technically challenged, so somebody's message.
Don't worry, me too.
Me too. Me too.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. At
and
least it's
my cell phone likes to send me messages the day after, so I don't get text right away.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll get them 5 times. So I don't like that either.
Okay. All right.
It's coming
Have you
back.
guys been extra psychic lately? Have you noticed?
yeah, I have.
Okay.
I think I was just mentioning to Morgana that things are just really it's quicker.
Okay. Yeah. Quicker. Yep. I'm having that same thing. Really fast. It's coming in so fast. Can't hear you, honey. I can't hear anybody now.
Morgana, I think you're gonna have to call in because it's getting really loud. Every time I disconnect you, it goes away. So you're gonna have to call in, babe.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Okay, so Dara, you were saying it's coming in faster?
Yeah, things are just faster and like even when I'm not tuning in, it happens anyway, but even sharper when I'm not tuning in. Like
Yeah.
I'll know something like for instance, my mom was here visiting and we were in her car and Scott had left his key in her car. This particular key we only had one key to. And I was like, and earlier that day I was like, we should make another key. And he left and then the next day he left the key in her car and he made I mean it went all the way to South Carolina. They had to overnight it.
Oh man.
So, but look, just think earlier I was saying we should
Yeah.
make these keys because what
Yeah.
if or
Okay.
something happens to it, and then I mean it's just like that, and things just pop up and it'll happen the next minute.
Yep. Yeah. Things are happening like that around here too. Just fast, fast, fast.
Yeah,
And the other thing I've noticed lately, it's like I don't feel very psychic, but then when someone says something to me, bam, it's like it comes so fast that I think, oh my gosh, did I make that up? And then I think, no, I didn't even want to make it up. And that's kind of how it's been going the last week.
yeah. You just get an answer, and sometimes before someone even asks the
Yeah,
question.
yeah, that's right. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. So yeah, I mean it's usually like that for me, but more intense now.
Okay. I know. I wonder what's up. Is it
Guess with the veil thinning even more and more.
okay? Okay. Yeah, you're right. I wonder who that female was that we heard.
That's weird. I'm hoping it was somebody on her computer.
I know. Or
I think
maybe
that
it,
was Skype testing. So
Oh,
I put a ticket in on it because I thought it was them, but it's not. It's on
oh,
purpose.
okay. Okay. Yeah, that was interesting, just out of the blue. We've got a guest coming on in 5 minutes. Are you going to introduce the guest?
absolutely.
Oh, good, good. Okay. So anything else new down there? Oh, let me tell you about this girl because I gave her it's a girl down in Atlanta and she moved there from Minnesota. She's got there's a spirit attached to a chair that she got from her grandmother's house, I think, and a psychic down there was able to get rid of the woman, but not able to get rid of the man. And so the man is really bothering her and bothering her cats. And I said, okay, take the chair out of the house, put it outside. And she said, well, now he's bothering the cats. So I gave her your email address and told her to contact you. And that even if you didn't do that kind of work, you may be able to help refer her to somebody. But she said it took her, this one psychic down there, 2 years to get rid of all the problems that they were having in their house. So that's a long time.
That is a long time. And then
Yeah.
Standby caller.
Okay.
Yeah, Dara, your guest is here.
Hello.
Hey, hi, Deborah. I didn't even get to introduce you. Somehow we lost the other two ladies, but this is Deborah Jacobs, and she channels Dragon Energy and works with Archangel Michael, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, welcome to our show, Sisters for the Soul. We are so happy to have you here.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
I think we have Morgana on now.
Yes, I'm back. I couldn't find the number for the show. Yeah, and then my phone wasn't working. So we'll hope my cell phone doesn't work real well. So we'll just have fun with it. How are you, Deborah?
I am awesome. We're in the middle of a thunderstorm here, so
Wow.
hopefully I won't lose you either.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, there's just stuff going on, that's for sure.
You know what, you guys? All day I've had the funniest feeling about tonight's show, and I thought, well, nobody's canceling. I don't know. I haven't heard of any bad weather, so I don't know. Here we are. Oh, geez.
Well, it is what it is, and as Michael is saying right now, it's all in divine order. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
So we go with the flow. So tell us a little bit, Deborah. Tell us about you and how long you've worked with Michael.
Well, I've known of his presence since I was 6 years old. He says he's been around since I was born, but I guess I was too young to remember it back then. But he's basically been a fixture in my life ever since I was 6. And I mean, I've worked with him as an intuitive life coach for probably, oh God, I'm aging myself, 28 years.
Okay.
And I've never known him to be wrong, so.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know how much. I mean, I work with the dragon energy, which is separate from him, but it isn't. I mean, it's been a separate study of mine and practice of mine, but he always seems to pop up and play with me. So
how does that work with the dragon energy? Explain that a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, dragon. Yeah, I thought, when I started. Basically, when I came out of the closet, as I say, as a closet psychic 5 years ago, when I first signed on with Shirley MacLaine's website as a psychic, I didn't know people didn't know about dragons. I thought it was like angels, and everybody knew about dragons. And I was very surprised when I started talking about dragons that everybody was like, huh, what? But dragons, in my training and my experience, are just like angels. I mean, they are etheric beings. The short Reader's Digest version is that they were in physical form on the planet, as people have heard about in mythology, and then humans started developing beliefs where they believed that the dragons were bad and evil, which they weren't. They were created by God to take care of the planet and the land, and they really weren't here to interact with us. They were here to cleanse the skies and cleanse the seas and, burn down fields that were filled with boll weevils or something bad, and they were just basically to take care of the planet. And so when humans started killing them off, Creator, God, whatever somebody wants to call it, pulled them out of physical form and put them back in etheric form. The difference in my training about working with dragons is they're multidimensional. So when I do readings with somebody, I don't use tarot cards or anything anymore, because as somebody changes their thought or feeling during a reading, their entire outcome changes. And so this energy allows me to flow with where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot faster energy too. If I'm doing dragon energy work, I have to kind of allow myself a day to recuperate because it's such a really, really fast vibration that you can get really tired.
Okay.
But everybody has dragon guides, just like animal guides or spirit guides or angel guides. They just maybe haven't learned how to meet them and get to know who their dragon is and allow them to speak to them.
How do you answer people that will ask this question? That mythology showed Michael defeating Lucifer in Lucifer's The Form of the Dragon.
Well, it's not mythology, for one, that shows that. It's Christianity, and specifically the Catholic teachings. And it actually, according to Michael, it wasn't defeating or killing a dragon. He's saying right now, I would never do that. It was harnessing that energy. And it was depicted in the one picture with him, putting his sword through a dragon, which, according to Michael, never happened when he was in physical form.
Okay.
But it was as a lot of religious things do, they misread or mistake certain events to their own fear-based, teachings. So dragons are bad, therefore, look at, at that time it wasn't Archangel, it was Saint Michael. Defeated the dragon, so we should all be afraid of dragons. But if you look at real mythology, like the ancient Druid mythology, they worked hand in hand with dragons. The ancient Chinese mythology, they worked with dragons and honored dragons.
Right.
So it's just sort of resurfacing, I think, now, because people don't have that fear base to it, and people are so open that I think a lot of the truths are starting to surface again.
Right.
Deborah, how did you even discover dragon energy? I mean, I don't.
That was really kind of funny for me. This was about, oh my God, this had to have been like 18 years ago, and it was when I first owned Mystic Pop magazine. I don't know if you guys remember that I was the owner, creator of Mystic Pop magazine, which was a big international color magazine on Now Age. It was around for like 9 years. And during the process of having this magazine, I was interviewing somebody who was, at that time, I thought, this crazy shaman who lived in the middle of nowhere of Texas. And he started telling me, I can see your dragons with you and blah, 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 blah. Well, I had not only collected dragons my whole life, but I even had a dragon tattoo. And I was like, dragons around. Okay, explain to me. And during the interview, I was like, explain to me the story. And according to him, and I think he was a little nuts, but I think we're all a little nuts, that he felt that as dragons were killed by humans, that their DNA actually went into souls of humans, and that we actually, certain ones of us, he said 2,200 humans carry dragon DNA. I don't know if I believe that. I do believe in the connection I have with dragons, because in dream work, I can go flying with them and talking with them and so on.
Have you ever become one in your dreams?
Yeah, matter of fact, I have. I tried learning shape-shifting about 10 years ago, because at least in my dream work, I wanted to be able to do the shape-shifting, and I was actually a golden dragon. When I do this work, I can become a golden dragon. I've worked with a couple other people that have been able to do this, but only in dream work. Nobody that I know or have ever met has been able to do that work in conscious state or meditation. The trip that we're doing, I don't know if you saw it on my website. I'm co-leading a trip with Maureen St. Germain to Scotland in August.
Okay.
And one of the things that we're going to go into on the trip is what the dragons are and why they're here and how to utilize and access their energy. And we're going to some really amazing energetic places in Scotland where the dragons were.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be really cool. Everything you're saying, I love hearing that because I have experienced the same thing for years, about 20 years.
You have like this huge green dragon. You know that, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
One of them. That's one of them. And I do physically have them tattooed on either shoulder. But,
okay.
Wow.
There you go.
So
dragon, people are drawn. I've always believed that people are drawn to that in which they're supposed to study in this lifetime, and there are people that are drawn to Buddhism, and they end up collecting all kinds of Buddhist type of stuff. Or there are people that are drawn to Christianity, or people that are drawn to angels, and then there are those of us that are drawn to dragons and the old Celtic Druid arts.
Okay.
Exactly. The thing is, too, that some of this is going to come out in my third book.
Awesome.
And so this is, and what you were saying, I'm going, wow, yeah, okay, this is cool. Deborah's got it.
Have you ever read Maureen St. Germain's Dragon blog?
No.
No, I haven't. I'll have to do that.
No.
She's amazing. Anyway, I know you know who she is, but she's.
Oh yeah, she's been on our show.
Yeah, I met her 18, 19 years ago, and she didn't know anything about dragons or anything. And about 15 years ago, I was talking to her and telling her about the dragon work that I was doing. And about 2 years ago, she called me and she goes, "Oh my God, dragons are coming to me!" And I started doing this dragon blog, and so that's why she's co-leading this trip with me in Scotland.
Wow.
That's cool.
Is that ever going to be cool? Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think people they're ready now for the dragon energy. I don't think they were. Plus, when we did this dimensional shift in 2012, it thinned the veils to where a lot of people who never could see them before now can.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
They are multidimensional. So the thinner the veils are, the more we're interacting with all of these other entities, with fairies and everything else.
Yeah, and it's a very powerful energy that you've got to go with respect, and to also respect the dark side of it, because I have seen people get out of control.
Well, it's because it's so fast. Yeah, it's so much faster than what anybody normally deals with. And it's like anything else. Michael's popping in here, and he's saying that it's like, anything else. You can do accidental magic. It's like people who go and tinker with the Carlos Castaneda stuff or black magic or whatever. You can hurt yourself very, very badly if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't jump on a motorcycle, never have ridden one, and decide you can ride one. Psychic things are the same way. You have to learn, and you have to practice. Hopefully, before you do. I know you and I have that same feeling. I think all of us on this call have the same feeling of it drives us crazy when we go to a weekend seminar and somebody takes a 2-day class and then goes home and decides they can be a therapist.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or, I can read auras now. Let me tell you what aura is. Well, it's great that you can see them, but please learn what you're doing before you go and do it to someone else.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So do you work with more than one dragon, or, are there many of them working with you alone?
I have my center dragon, which is my higher being dragon, the golden dragon, and then I do, depending on what it is I need to do or I'm trying to do, in my dream work, I can call in other dragons. But if I'm just like it's before a night before a session, I only book one person per day because I do dream work on their reading the night before. And if I have more than one person, I tend to get their information messed up. So the Golden Dragon and Michael and I kind of have a conference call, so to speak, in my dream work the night before a session with somebody. And generally, even though I've had them write questions that I don't have them send me, within 30 minutes, I've answered everything on their list because, everything happens in the etheric world before it happens in the physical world. So Michael and my dragon and I can pick up on all of it prior to it actually happening.
So can you tell us how you get into the dream work state? Do you have like a certain meditation, or is it just your intention and you do it?
I actually studied from people like Lynn Andrews for many years and I don't know exactly what I do. I sit down and I do set an intention of what level of dream I want to work in. Kelly Sullivan Walden is another dream expert who her books kind of direct you to, but it's almost like if I would put it in everyday people words, it's like a self-hypnosis right before I go to sleep, where I direct it's not even my intention, it's actually, I direct my consciousness to be in this other place. And so I can kind of go just sit in a big meadow with my dragon. And I do tell people, if you're going to try and call in your dragon, make sure it's a really big place. They're really big. So if you're doing it in like a meditative sleep, you want to take yourself someplace like a beach, or my favorite place is this huge hillside. And you can actually ask your dragon to come in and meet you there. And it may take you a few weeks to actually get to a place or a level of energy to where the dragon will show up, and a lot of people will dream it. But it's actually a conscious state, it's not a dream. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And people are listening going, what the hell is she talking about?
It's interesting, but I can kind of relate because you know how sometimes when you think you went to sleep, but it was so vivid, it seems like that might be what you're talking about. You think you went to sleep, but maybe you were talking to your mom and she was in there talking with you and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anytime, I always tell people about dreams. If you dream in color and it's absolutely vivid, pay attention, because that is a different state of consciousness. If you tend to wake up from a dream, check in real quick. If it's black and white, all it is your body and your mind trying to expel some sort of emotional stuff you're carrying around. But if you dream and can dream in vivid color where you can see every detail, then more than likely you're there.
That's the only way I've ever dreamed.
Me too.
Is in color?
Yeah.
See, I don't all the time, but I really learn to turn off things. Like if I don't have a session with somebody the next day, I consciously turn this off. Otherwise, I would never get any sleep. Or rest, because I don't do a lot of, I shouldn't say that. Michael's saying I'm lying. I do a lot of psychic stuff in my waking state. I was trying to say I didn't, but I mean, he's here now, so obviously I do. But the dragon work I never have done in a conscious state. Now, Maureen St. Germain has told me that when we're in Scotland that will change. And when we're standing in the energy field of the dragon. Have you ever stood on a vortex and had an energy surge?
Oh, yeah.
That's a dragon. That's why I always tell people when I lived in Arizona, don't go to Sedona and stand on top of a vortex. You can stand next to it. But the dragons use those tunnels through this planet, which we call vortexes on the openings, to realign the ley lines and keep us in balance.
Yeah.
And so if you're standing on top of a vortex and you feel the whoosh come through you,
Yeah.
90% of the time that's a dragon that's just flown through you.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very cool. You feel like totally disoriented for days after that happens.
I can imagine how you feel when you have Michael and the dragon each on one side of you. Wow.
I can't hear you. I think the phone's freaking out.
Hi. Hello, hello. I hear nothing. I'm still here, but I don't hear anything.
Wow, I'm back.
You guys back?
There you are.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, we're missing Echo
And Deborah.
and Deborah.
It's funny how it happened right after I said you have Michael and the dragon right next to you on each side. Then it was like, shh.
Yeah, dragons. They're quite interesting characters. I have had somebody tell me they've seen me shift into that before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, Dara.
Hey.
Hi. Now are we going to get her back, Deborah back? I don't know. I don't have her number. Maybe.
You still with us, caller?
Okay.
Skype just went out. Skype just came back. Skype's gone all over the place.
I can't hear a thing. Hold on.
You're on.
Kev, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I heard something.
Can you hear me now?
Wait, I'll turn this up as high as I can. Okay.
Yeah, Skype
Yeah.
just dropped out just now. You're back. I'll bring the other girls in if I can.
Okay, honey. I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh, I bet I can hear you now.
You can hear me
I
now?
just heard something else.
Can you hear me now?
Hardly.
Yeah, it looks like Skype is out right now, but you're live. You're live right now, April. You're live.
Oh, hi. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we have right now we are disconnected from our sisters. Wow. And we are even disconnected from our guest tonight who was here. Oh, here comes Morgana. I'm thinking she's coming. Oh, there? Are you there, girlfriend? There you are. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No?
But
Nope.
now static's on.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, and there's Dara. Wow. Woo! All right, now what just happened? Did we just lose Morgana again?
Where's the truck at?
Where? I don't know.
Skype is all over the place.
Okay, the dragons think this is really humorous.
Okay.
Skype is all
I
over
need
the
y'all to
place
have a
right
talk
now.
with your dragons.
Wow.
Dad.
Jeez, nice. Uh-oh. Can't hear Morgana.
Yep, there it goes again.
Static right now.
There she goes. There she is. Yeah, there it goes again. I don't know. What should we do?
Call it a night.
Do readings like this. I apologize to everybody that's hearing these little bits and pieces. There's something going on energetically. I don't know. But we'll rebook Deborah. I was just talking to her on the phone. And so we will rebook her and then we'll have more questions.
Yeah, she's interesting.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear somebody. I told her, I said, I'm glad to hear somebody that's got it straight about dragons because some people just, like she said, they'll go do dragon magic and stuff like that. And that's not, dragons are like, seriously.
All right, so are we going to try to do readings tonight or should we call it a night?
How we can possibly do readings because
I think that we should call it because it's too frustrating. I don't think that I will be able to.
Yeah.
gotten a few calls from some or messages from some of my people, and they haven't been able to see any of this.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do to get rid of it, girls. It's Skype. I can't get rid of it.
Yeah. We vaguely heard our producer saying it's Skype, and I was wondering if that's what was going on too.
Okay.
We can just do so much, and again, we apologize. Next week, we're going to a gal back that we missed last time due to technical.
Lynn Andrews?
What's her name? Lynn Andrews.
Lynn Andrews, yeah. Okay.
Andrews.
Oh, maybe she mentioned she's going to be here.
Oh my God, you guys, it's too loud.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
It's
Bye. We'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh my God.